Welcome to News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery.
We're so glad to have you join us today. We're continuing a series of programs about the U.S. military, and today is our second program about the U.S. Army. You met Kevin Shaw, Sergeant First Class, who is at the Odessa recruiting station, and you also met Adrian Villarreal, who is at the Midland recruiting station. And both of these are Sergeant First Class, and they're here to help anyone, to answer questions, and to help anyone who needs more information about the military in general, the Army specifically, and they can answer a lot of your questions, even like going into the junior ROTC program in the public schools or in college. And after last week's program, where we concentrated and talking a lot about career opportunities, we want to talk this time about just the process. What would happen? They said that a lot of things can be done online, and you will see their names and emails and contact information rolling across the screen. And at that point, you will be having an opportunity then to call them and get the website where you can get complete information. But last week, Kevin told us that he's from Bonham, Texas, and he has a mother who was a military career person, and that's how he first got involved. And you've been in the military for about
17 years.
17 years. Has a wife and family, and then was tapped to be a recruiter, and has been in Odessa for a while, and will be leaving in just a few months.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And then Adrian is coming home. He graduated right here from Midland and joined the military, and has had, because of a lot of opportunities, he's had an opportunity to choose coming back here for a little while, and will be here through the time that his oldest son graduates from high school. So it's a real pleasure to have both of you back, and I want us to start with, and I know that, Kevin, you told us last time that so much of it is online now,
right,
where they can get preliminary information and preliminary eligibility and preliminary forms filled out.
Right.
But you two just kind of walk me through. Let's just say that either I'm a parent who wants to talk to you about the possibility of my son or my daughter being in the military, or I'm a recruit myself, a possible recruit myself. What do I do?
Well, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to contact me, of course.
or depending on who's in your area.
Correct.
And if I should have been in the mall and found your office and contacted you, and you said, oh, your address is Midland, so I'm going to send you to see Adrian.
Correct. I will probably get some preliminary information for him to help him out. But yeah, for the most part, then you will be traveling there, or he probably will come to my office and pick you up and take you to where he's at, or do the interview in my office. But the first thing we would do is definitely do an interview with you. We'll go over pre-qualifications, so we have a list of standards that you have to meet, obviously, to be implemented into the Army. We will look at your medical qualifications, your educational qualifications, and look at your law qualifications. Once we go through all the qualifications.
Oh, before we do that, tell us what the qualifications are. What are your your educational qualifications?
Okay, right now we are looking for at least a high school diploma graduate. If not, a GED with 15 college hours. And a big thing right now is we are looking to get those seniors in high schools. The younger the better, I guess. But we do love those seniors. So if you are, a late junior right now, going to be a senior next year, or a senior this year.
Go ahead and start gathering information,
exactly,
is what you're saying.
It's never too early.
And then, but what if I came to you and I already had 2 years of college?
Well, we have different levels, and things like that actually qualify you for bonuses and stuff. The college does, we are looking to get the I guess the more.
Would it qualify me for scooting ahead to officer training school, or?
Yes, ma'am. You can actually come in and do the officer aspect of it also if you don't want to do enlistment with the college hours that you have, and it also qualifies you for promotions also. So if you did do enlisted and you wanted to use your, because you have college, then we're going to promote you ahead of your peers also because you went the extra step.
Okay. So then let's go back and tell me the medical eligibility.
Okay, as far as medical eligibility, we're going to look at any type of diseases or anything that could disqualify you, anything that would
eyesight,
yes, stop
hearing.
you from being able to perform your duties in basic training. So, it's a real rigorous program. We're not looking to hurt anybody, but we want to improve on your physical fitness and your mental capabilities. So anything that could preclude you from not being able to perform those functions, then that's the kind of things that we're looking for.
And with that, there's the list of things that goes. Off the top of my head, I couldn't even think of half of them. So what we do is we have manuals that we go through. Anytime we have questions, we call our doctors because those are the ones that are going to approve anybody that may or may not need what we call a waiver for that. So we call them and they let us know as far as, yes, we can process them. We'll need more medical documents or whatever. The next step, the doctors will let us know that. We don't determine whether or not you are or not qualified. All we do is take our pre-qualifications, and then from there, if we need to ask questions, we will.
But a woman in combat would have a different eligibility medically or strength-wise than a woman in nursing? Is there different eligibility?
Well, when you look at jobs, we do have qualifications, and it'll tell you things like how much, what the workload is or whatever, depending on weight. Maximum, the ability for a maximum weight of like 50 pounds and things like that. Because on the average, that may be something you'll be doing. And we have those qualifications. So if that's a job you're looking for, and we can let you know that, hey, you're going to be doing 50 pounds daily. Is this something we may want to go another route? Okay. We do things like that as well. There's a bunch of different things. But again, we talk about that as we go through the process. And
then records of their character, call it
law
character
violations,
record.
things like that. Traffic tickets are not really a big thing, but everything does have to be closed out. Now, other than that, we're looking at the misdemeanor charges, things like that.
Felonies, things of that nature.
Yeah. And we do have different classifications, so I know some people will say, oh, well, it was dismissed because of this. We have, again, books to go over. We have our guidelines, and we always go further in depth with that with each individual applicant because every story is different. You never run into the same guy twice. So, it's always more of the specific to that person. Let me talk to you, and we'll see exactly what you need, what your questions are, and we'll answer them as far as law violations and medical.
Okay. We're going to have to take a quick break, but I wanted you to know that there are some eligibilities, and that's all begins the process online, but they can give you all the specific information according to the specific situation you're in. We're going to be back in just a minute and continue this conversation, and now we're going to continue the process of being led through the recruiting. See you in just a minute.
Be right back.